Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Morning Poems and Prayers for the 13th, my lucky day, the 13th of May of all things, 2025. Great to be here. Great to be here with you. We're going to pray, we're going to do some music, we're going to share some amazing posts from our lovely friends. I'm a moment or two behind here because my computer is rebooting, but thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting Morning Poems and Prayers. There's a PayPal link there for your very welcome and gratefully appreciated donations. 5, 10, 20 euro, my friends. Yeah, every once in a while it makes a huge difference in my ability to do the very best and serve you in this way. It's been 8 years and we're still going strong. So it's a pleasure to be on the journey here with you. But thank you, please, for financially supporting what I do in that way. That would be greatly appreciated once again. All right, my friends, go ahead and close your eyes, turn within, take a deep breath. I am my I am presence. I am my I am presence, and I am one with my Father, Mother God, the company of heaven. I am one with the I am presence of every man, woman, and child on earth, the entire company of heaven, the angelic kingdom, the elemental kingdom, and Gaia, Mother Earth. I give heartfelt and sincere thanks for the sacred gift of my life, and I ask my I am presence to consecrate every thought, word, feeling, and action which I express throughout this day with more love and more light for myself and my world. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is sorrow, joy. Where there is darkness, light. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are forgiven, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He anoints my head with oil. My cup overflows. He makes a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we have forgiven those who trespass against us. And leave us not in temptation, but deliver us from fear. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Father, Mother God, indwelling Holy Presence, Lord God Almighty, great and perfect Spirit of love and light, love and truth, love and freedom, love and abundance, love and happiness, love and health. Bless us this day with your name, your nature, and your will. Inspire us, empower us, heal us, uplift us, provide for us, encourage us, and help us to be the fullness, the wholeness, the allness, and the oneness that is the very height and summit of your vision and desire for each of us and for all of us. Brothers and sisters, arm in arm, around the world, in love and light, in love and peace. For this and more than words will ever express, we thank you, God, for our life this day. Almighty God, Father, Mother God, and we say thank you, and we say yes. Yes to life, yes to love, and yes to divine service. For this and more than words will ever express, we give ourselves to you, and in doing so we give thanks. We let it be. It is so. So it is. And together we say, I am, I am, I am. Amen. Okay, and Houston George Taylor. Good morning, my dear. How are you? Nice to have you here in the middle of your night. And yeah, just getting the computer up and running. A little crash there. My computer is a champ, and Annie is the one that got me this computer. God bless you. So thank you, Annie, and thank you, everyone. All right, my friends, here we go. I've had this for 2 years, and I'm on it every minute of the day. That's all, and it works like a champ. I'm saying again. Well, my friends, we had the full moon in Wesak yesterday, and full moon in Scorpio. And wowie zowie, yesterday was rockin', and just a lot of miracles for yours truly here, and very, very grateful for all of it. And yes, there were some ups and downs, but prayers were spoken and prayers were answered, I want to tell you, and thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a big day. And how we know it's a big day, aside from the Wesak energy, is, of course, Patricia has dropped another love bomb, which is absolutely answered prayer one more time. And looking forward to sharing that here with you very shortly. I may just read it today because I have a lot of wonderful posts here to get through. But I do want to share the Zolkin for today. It is White Spectral Dog. And as I say, the white energies, for some reason, tend to be very powerful. We're in the wave spell of the yellow sun from the 13-moon Mayan Zolkin calendar. And it breaks down into wave spells, 13-day periods, and then 2 weeks in a day, obviously, and then the glyph for the energies of the day. White Spectral Dog. Universal Sun is universal fire, enlighten, and life. White Spectral Dog is dissolve, release, liberation, heart, love, loyalty. And it sounds like this. I dissolve in order to love, releasing loyalty. I seal the process of heart with the spectral tone of liberation. I am guided by my own power doubled. I am a polar kin. I transport the white galactic spectrum. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. Deep breath. We give thanks. We let it be. It is so, and so it is. Judith Kusel, we're just going to rip through a lot of information here this morning because everyone's got something to say. The great Judith Kusel, we are in such a huge shift and purification of the old paradigm now that it will feel as if you are not on the old earth anymore. Annie and I have some things to say about that from Addie Lamborn last night. That's exactly what she said, only that we're living in the time of the ending of evil on this earth before the end of this year. So keep going, everyone. It can often feel as if you are walking between worlds. This is Judith. Not quite yet, fully in the new, and yet not quite done with the old. This is why grounding is so very important. Standing barefoot on the grass or sand, and he's very good at that, or earth is not only instantly grounding you, but at the same time energizing you, especially if you live in a high energy spot like I do. swimming in the sea, salt grounds, or even walking on the beach and allowing the seawater to wash over your feet is another powerful way to ground you. Another way is hugging trees or standing on wood. If you cannot be outside and in nature, then holding a wooden walking stick in your hands and asking Archangel Sandalphon to help you to be grounded. Wood grounds, for it holds the energy of the trees. Rocks too. Yes, I have my favorite little stone here. I'll often hold on to it for that. Rocks too, and of course grounding crystals like hematite. Add to this to make sure that your chakras are cleared every morning and night, and your Antakarana, bridge of light, is fully in place. Shout out to brother DVL Pandya. He had us on for Wesak last night and read one of Joshua David Stone's ascension meditations. That was brilliant, DVL. Thank you. Speaking of Antakarana, add to this, make sure that your chakras are cleared every morning and night, and your I don't do that, and your Antakarana, bridge of light, is fully in place, so that you become a bridge of light between heaven and earth. That is the goal. You can also ask for a full axiotonal alignment, which aligns all your energy fields with on planetary, galactic, universal, and source levels. Okay? The purification process is so vast that this goes deeply into even the ancestral lineages of the old DNA, as the old DNA falls away and is being fully replaced now with the new 12 and 24 strands of DNA within our new crystalline solar light bodies. She says, I am constantly shown how the new earth is now incorporating the old energy vortices, and new ones are already in place. Multidimensionality is now the new norm, and this means that our consciousness rises and our innermost soul memories more and more as multidimensionality is now the new norm. Say that 3 times fast. And this means that as our consciousness rises and our innermost soul memories more and more activated and accessible, we can tap into vast energy fields. Judith kind of leaves words out sometimes, bless you. And we can tap into our vast energy fields we could not tap into even 3 years ago. We know that, absolutely, hon, thank you. As all is shifting. I'm speeding here. As all is shifting and changing so rapidly now, the old ways of life and living simply will not function anymore. No matter how much we try to keep things like before, it's impossible! Exclamation mark. It is a deep inner shift back into the soul, as one with the divine source. And this is not only happening on planetary levels, but universally too. Do not be surprised if you can now see yourself and experience your cosmic soul, do not be surprised if you can now see yourself and experience your cosmic soul, and clearly see, feel, and know yourself as you operate in all your other soul bodies and your true galactic embodiment, and become more and more conscious of who and what you in truth are on galactic levels and universally. We come down the home stretch here. It is best to seek all answers within. Hello, not in social media, nor internet, not institutions, not whatever. Well, first we get clear inside, then we invite it to show up as our experience. That's my addition to Judith's wisdom. Not whatever is put out there. Don't look for it out there without first aligning inside. Be aware, that's Abraham 101. Be aware and be discerning. Just because something makes great noise, Annie, or all is sensationalized, it does not mean this is for you. Me too. A true master knows this and embraces solitude, and indeed chooses to follow his or her inner guidance and knowing more than anyone or anything else. Absolutely. If it's not true for you, it's not true, period. The key here is to stay centered within. I do not resist nor react. I simply shine, an exclamation mark. Welcome the changes. Welcome the chance to walk between worlds, and know that as you truly leave the old behind forever, you are already co-creating the new golden age with every breath you take, and then do so with love and joy, deeply inspired from within, and always in the highest and best ways for the highest good of all. Judith Kusel. Take a deep breath. Mercy. Okay, Milton Foster, for heaven's sakes, from Joseph White Eagle. It is said that the 7th generation from Crazy Horse will have the ancestors' 8th fire burning in their soul. They will be the sacred torchbearers that will usher in the great purification. So Mother Earth can shed what does not serve her. Excuse me. The 7th generation is here now, and we are the ones we have been waiting for we have the ancestors' 8th fire living within us. The sacred tree of life is where the 7th generation will gather, and it will shield us from the chaos that will be occurring on Mother Earth. For anyone who will not have the 8th fire, spiritual awakening, burning within them, will not survive the purification. With the 7th generation, the sacred circle of life will be repaired, and humans will take their seat with all other life. Everything is coming to fruition, and it was the beginning of 2020 when this prophecy started. It is thought we went through a portal, and now we are in a different timeline where this prophecy will be a reality. Nothing is impossible in this situation, in this simulation, and our consciousness is the software that runs this matrix. May the Great Spirit bless us all. Ekosi. Take a deep breath. Joseph White Eagle. Didn't I tell you? It is rocking today. Ali Ray in her beautiful white Hawaiian dress and her lovely plumeria lei, I would say. She says, they say seeing is believing. I say feeling is knowing. The heart knows. Have I said that a few times? I so love you, Ali Ray. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. Happy Mother's Day to all who are celebrating. Hearts know. Brilliant. Okay, here's another Indigenous brother. He says this is Fishing Lake First Nation, Wayne Snellgrove. He says, once you learn to walk with the Spirit, you will have no interest in judging those who don't. Candace Coe, the true war, that's beautiful, Wayne, thank you. The true war is not for the soul, which is eternal and untouchable. The battle is for the interface, your mind, what you believe, your focus, what you give attention to, your will, how you choose to move energy. Because whoever influences your perception influences your reality. There it is. And if your reality becomes distorted, and if you forget your origin, your sovereignty, your luminous core, then your soul isn't lost, but your capacity to act from its truth is veiled. So it's a battle for the lens, not your indestructible soul. The soul is the sun. The mind is the window. The battle is over how clean that window is. The soul cannot be seized, but the signal can be scrambled. The true war is not over our divinity, but over our awareness of it. Candace Coe. Thank you, Candace. Abraham from Miranda Wills. It is thrilling to us when you begin to drop those barricades, those walls of self-hatred or self-doubt, those walls of negativity that you're pointing towards others out of your own insecurity. It is thrilling to us to see you begin to accept yourself as the powerful and important and worthy being that you came here to be, so that whatever you want, you're not blocking with doubt. Let's have that again. It is thrilling to us when you begin to drop those barricades, those walls of self-hatred or self-doubt, those walls of negativity that you're pointing towards others out of your own insecurity. It is thrilling to us to see you begin to accept yourself as the powerful and important and worthy being that you came here to be, so that whatever you want, you're not blocking with doubt. Kaboom, my friends. Take a breath into that. And here's one from Brother Gathima. Short but sweet, Gathima Roba. You are disappointed because you expect something in return for your kindness. Kindness must be offered freely. It is not borrowed. It happens when the universe breathes through you. Take a breath into that. Helen Quayle. We've got several good long poems here. Belonging. As my much-loved teacher would say, I am a nomad, a traveler. A traveler from the stars, still in wonder to find feet on the earth. A traveler who has carried an aching heart for many long years, longing for the loved ones so very far away across universes, longing for those hearts who are on fire for truth, and who, when needed, chose aloneness over self-abandonment, longing for the placeless state of one, for the truth of being that spans so many galaxies and stars, and emptiness and exploding planets. I sense many, many more of us are wild travelers at heart, forgotten underneath the roles and fears and exhaustion, perhaps given freedom for brief moments before returning to what is taken to be life. Life has its own vast sweep. There is no escape. The ache of unbelonging is the dynamite for depth and authenticity. That's gorgeous. Nothing less will touch the cosmic thirst. To hold this void space without filling it with space junk takes a great captain. When I take this body on an adventure, hurtling through vast deserts, sweeping mountainsides, and lands unwalked, this soul awakens. Soul has no need for routine or structure. Yet soul took form to navigate all the realms of the personality, the human body, the mind programs, the collective constructs. Wildness and domestication come face to face. Most of us give away our life to domestication, whatever disguise it takes, especially as we age. Body enfolds in its structures the constant drip of programming, of ancient collective fear programs. Freedom needs to be a daily rewilding, a love affair recommitted with the first breath and the last. Dismantling the boxes of identity, belonging, is such a vast topic. My whole first book is oriented on the theme of coming home. What creates belonging? Being in a prolonged state of travel is a fascinating experiment in belongings. What belongings do we actually need? There it is. What helps us belong? Belongings. What helps us belong? If we release belongings, who are we? Do belongings give us any more gravitas in this body, or just add to confused identity? How much of belonging is shared memories, familiar lands, consensual values? How much is knowing ourself, and this knowing is reflected in the face of the stranger, the bark of the tree, the wisdom of the stone? What a deep and wild journey it is to take form and wake to eternity. With every realization and every falling to sleep, the reflections of the humans around us are diamonds shining the way home. Love cannot be lost, but it changes form. And that is it. She says, read this on Substack, join the Soul Circle. Helen Quayle, bless you, sweetheart. Powerful poem, beautiful message. Love cannot be lost, but it changes form. There you go. Nikki Sophia King. Remember, the greatest fallacy of our times has been that there is somewhere to get to ascend to transcend beyond. It has served until it doesn't. The greatest truth of our times is that the future, the golden age, our heaven upon this earth, is being remembered, soul by soul, heart by heart, conscious choice by conscious choice. To remember is to create. I have danced like no one is watching. I have chased my shadows, and I have howled at the moon, and gazed at the sun. I've visioned my dreams, and affirmed my truth unto eternity. I have journaled until the ink runs dry, and silenced my mind until my thoughts once again came knocking. I channeled my words, and found purpose in all manner of ways. I have journeyed the hero's quest, and found myself each and every time. I have honored my hurt, and felt my pain, acknowledged my ancestors, and given gratitude, until my voice cracked and was silenced under the weight of expectation of finally arriving. In the surrender of all that I came here to do and to be, in the relinquishing of a journey that was lived in the past and the future, I found myself in the stillness, in the silence of the present. It was only when I created space for true remembering that my body became a vessel where God could enter. And when God truly enters, there is no more hustle, no more grind, no action that is not aligned with your highest purpose. And the greatest irony is that in the seeking and searching for purpose, you miss that you are simply and profoundly the purpose itself. You always have been. So in these times, I invite you to simply create space and allow God to enter you, and you will remember. For it has always been written thus, shared with love, always and always. Nikki, take a deep breath. And here's a poem from Allie. There will come a moment when all dreams of fear are forgotten, when all strife and conflict between brothers and sisters is dissolved. The earth will radiate the light of truth, of love, yet again, as she makes her ascension, her vibrational changes. As the waters of this planet will run clearly, and the skies will radiate with colors that have not been seen by human eyes, there will be a harmony between all species and mankind, and the old way of the world will be forgotten, and the way of peace restored. And the earth will provide all that mankind could possibly need, simply by the heart asking. And in that day and hour, when all things have been set in place, and the atonement, the correction has occurred, for a brief moment, that state will be experienced, as if in the blinking of the eyes. And then this whole dimension of density will simply dissolve from view. Not gone, but translated and elevated into an entirely new frequency. It is underway. It is unfolding in the sacred now. Be still and know. It is in the field of feeling. Glory, glory, glory be. We one. I so love you. Ali Ray. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. Liliana Heitman. They never taught us about this. Not in schools, not in tidy parlors, not in the bleached out pages of well-behaved books. But it has always been there, quiet, waiting. My intuition. It doesn't shout. It curls around me like the fog at dawn, soft, damp, knowing. It is the old woman in the woods who lives just beyond the map's edge, the one everyone says not to visit, but I went anyway. And she didn't speak in words, not exactly. She showed me with a glance, a pause, a breath. Left, not right. Stop, not go. Wait, now run. She is me, the ancient part, the one who remembers before remembering. And so I learned to listen to the crackling silence between sounds, to read the truth that hides behind the eyes of humans and beasts alike, to feel the shape of a lie curling like smoke around a smile, to taste the marrow of an idea and know whether it will feed or poison me. It is not a polite gift, not a trimmed and tidy thing. No, it is wild and it is sacred. It sings of life and it hums with death, and it dances in the place where both meet and nod and pass each other by. This is the fire we tend. We who have stood ankle deep in the ashes of what no longer serves. We who know the rhythm of blooming and withering. We who guard the door between worlds and speak in the tongues of roots and rain. To be a woman, an initiated woman, is not to float above the world, but to stand knee-deep in its mud and mystery and say, I see, I know, I remember. And sometimes, only sometimes, to smile without explaining why. Barbara Marciniak from Saskia Nahara. We speak into the soul and heart of every one of you. We ask you to hear the call, to recognize it and step forward as a member of the family of light. Have the courage, in all the days you walk this planet, to live that light and share it with all you encounter. This does not mean to preach or sell that light. It means to live the light you know you are, and to discover in the simplicity of your being the purpose of your existence, to blossom with it, and to reseed this place that is planet Earth in its deepest time of transition. The Pleiadians, through Barbara Marciniak. And finally, my friends, before we get to Patricia, our sister Aluna Joy Yaxkeen. Land stars rising, healing ancestral pain under the Scorpio full moon. The last few days we have been on a wild ride of emotions as the moon grows bigger in the sky. We have been diving deep into the past to clear old traumas and pain and losses. We are being faced with our nonsensical and illusory survival fears that would love to stop us from evolving forward. We are breaking free from our old, outdated programming. Trauma, pain, and fear will travel through our families until we are brave enough to feel them and heal them, and we are brave for sure. When we are courageous enough to face these monsters from our past, we heal ourselves, our ancestors, and our descendants. We become the candle that lights up a dark room. It is deep and isolating work at times. Our hearts are healing in ways we were not even aware that were broken. We are being reborn in deeper ways. At times we can feel lost in all the muck we have acquired in our lifetime. But these experiences are just a wrinkle in time. sneeze for truth. At times we can feel lost in all the muck we have acquired in our lifetime. But these experiences are just a wrinkle in time for us. The new frequencies are supporting our healing in expanded ways. We are healing old experiences that were impossible to reach even a decade ago. We are more aware, our vision is broader and more encompassing, and we have a greater understanding of our divine innate power. We know we are here for a much bigger purpose than the daily nonsense arising and the old pains resurfacing today. We will not maintain these old painful patterns in the future. The new frequencies will not allow it. And we thought facing our trauma and pain was being brave. The bravest thing we can do now is show up and be totally present in our innate brilliance. It is time to be accountable for our divine presence, our manifestations, victories, and flaws, and value ourselves just as we are, not how the old programming would have us. We are merely and glorious land stars, in quotes, in this great human experiment, and we are doing this without a guidebook, without knowing where all this is going. We are collectively holding heaven and earth together with our presence. We will no longer have the old system of duality, filled with monsters and heroes in the future. What will we do when we have no more monsters to fight? How will we feel when there are no more ghosts to blame for our hesitation to shine as brightly as we truly are? There will be no more excuses to manifest our divine nature and to show up in all our brilliance. This brilliance, the I Am presence within us all, was never lost, nor could it ever be. The flower full moon will be 100% illuminated at 12:56 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 17:56 GMT on May 12th, yesterday. She says, finally, it is a good time to clean our temples and plant flowers and gardens. Fling open the window and ask the past to leave your presence. Say empowering decrees to let go of unhealthy relationships and the ghosts and monsters that linger from our past, never to return. Take a deep breath. Okay, and I'm going to dive straight into Patricia here because that's perfect timing. This is from the newsletter, her post from yesterday, which is, I think, also connected to the video. We're going to do a prayer of forgiveness, but first we're going to do we'll do the prayer of forgiveness first, then we'll do the Golden Buddha. It goes like this. Just coming up for air for a moment here. Isn't that extraordinary? All of those incredible wisdom teachers flowing love and inspiration on you and me. Nice way to start the day. Yeah, I think so. All right, so this is a time of forgiveness. This is the month of Saint Germain and the Violet Flame, which we'll get to here at some point. And if I think of it again, and this is, what else? This is Mother Mary and her Temple of the Immaculate Concept. And we just had the Wesak full moon yesterday. We're going to do a meditation with the Buddha, is what we're going to here in a minute. But forgiveness is the secret of magic, is one of Lazarus's lines. Forgiveness is the greatest source of magic. So nothing is held from us, everything is held for us. And when we forgive ourselves and each other, we open the great door. So here we go, my friends. The joy of forgiveness. Close your eyes, turn within, take a deep breath. Now I am flooding my being and every single etheric record since the beginning of time with the joyful experience of the violet flame of God's cosmic forgiveness, mercy, and compassion. In forgiving, I let go of all the effects of misused energy impinging on my life and the lives of all humanity, the elemental kingdom, and Mother Earth. I let go of the ignorance, confusion, and pain of this world. Take a breath. I know now I have come to love life free, and through this gift of God's violet flame, so I shall. This is the heart center of my existence. The joy of forgiving life as it enters my awareness. From this moment forth, I am loving all life free into a higher vibration with the gift of cosmic forgiveness that my Father, Mother God, and the fifth dimensional solar violet flame archangels have given so freely into my keeping this sacred and holy day. I am a force of this violet flame, now blessing all life on this sweet earth. I am the joy of cosmic forgiveness. I am the joy of cosmic forgiveness. I am the joy of cosmic forgiveness. And so it is. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am. Beloved, I am that I am. Take a deep breath. And we'll go straight into the Golden Buddha. We'll give the introduction here, I guess. Yeah, okay, good. May 12th, 2025. All of the events we have experienced so far this year have greatly enhanced the blessings humanity and the earth are receiving today during the Wesak festival, which is taking place during the full moon in the sun cycle of Taurus. That full moon is occurring today on May 12th. Wesak is the annual celebration of the enlightenment of Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha is a vital force helping to bring enlightenment and humanity's return to Christ consciousness to fruition in ways we never perceived possible. This year, during Wesak, we will each experience through our I Am presence and our body elemental shifts of energy, vibration, and consciousness that will open our hearts and minds in new and profound ways. The first way this shift will begin to reveal itself to us is through a gentler and kinder way of perceiving even the most recalcitrant souls, even the most recalcitrant of our siblings in the family of humanity. When we recognize the divinity in all life, we open our heart and mind to new ways of thinking and feeling, which are infused with divine love and reverence for life. This, in truth, will lift us into a higher level of consciousness, where we will clearly perceive viable solutions for all of the maladies still surfacing from the old earth. The old concept of us against them is revealed as an illusion. Then the knowing that we are one and that it is only through love, cooperation, and reverence for all life that the problems of the day will be solved becomes a blatant and obvious truth. With this unique awakening and shift of consciousness, we realize that indeed, as the Hopi prophecy states, we are the ones we have been waiting for. The wondrous activities of light we will experience in May 2025 will be life-enhancing. They will complete our preparation for the God-victorious accomplishment of the next phase of our ascension process. So pay attention and be here now. Expanding the Golden Buddha in every heart flame. I am my I Am presence, and I am one with the I Am presence of every man, woman, and child on earth. On the holy breath, humanity's I Am presences now merge into one luminous being of light that is cradling Mother Earth and all life evolving upon her within the divinity of our unified heart flame. I take a deep, conscious breath. and instantly every person and Mother Earth begin breathing in unison as one holy breath. Beloved Gautama Buddha, beloved Amida Buddha, the exponent of our Mother God's comprehensive divine love, and beloved Tara, the mother of all Buddhas, on this sacred and holy day, the collective I Am presence of humanity stands in readiness as you greatly expand the golden Buddha of divine enlightenment and Christ consciousness in every heart flame. Now on the holy breath, the resplendent golden Buddha within every person's heart begins blazing like the sun. The full momentum of divine enlightenment and Christ consciousness begins pulsating into the world of form, greatly intensified over anything we have ever experienced. As this occurs, humanity en masse begins to uniquely awaken. The I Am presence of each person helps them to become consciously aware of this shift into a higher state of enlightenment and Christ consciousness. This is allowing each one to become increasingly aware of the oneness of all life and the fact that humanity, the elemental kingdom, and Mother Earth are all expressions of divine intelligence that reflect the immaculate concept of our Father, Mother God's divine plan for this cosmic moment in Mother Earth's evolutionary process. Within the golden Buddha's embrace of divine enlightenment and Christ consciousness, humanity now becomes increasingly aware of the perfection of the new earth, which we are all being called to co-create at this time. As humanity grows in awareness, the enlightened spiritual consciousness of our I Am presence becomes a much more tangible reality. We clearly perceive the profound truth that enlightenment, Christ consciousness, and divine intelligence live within every particle, within every person, and every particle and wave of life on earth. This divine awareness illumines every person's mind as we grow in greater knowing that we are all beloved sons and daughters of God, and all our Father, Mother God have is our divine birthright. The unveiled golden Buddha in every heart flame now allows humanity to receive and sustain, with every elevated holy breath we take, higher expressions of divine enlightenment and Christ consciousness than we have experienced since we were first breathed forth from the core of creation. In this new state of divine enlightenment and Christ consciousness, humanity is able to communicate more tangibly with our Father, Mother God, the entire company of heaven, and our I Am presence through our intuitive inner knowing. This is a cosmic moment that Saint Germain and Lady Portia, Mother Mary, Jesus, and Mary Magdalene, Gautama Buddha, Amida Buddha, Goddess Tara, and the legions of light serving the earth and her evolutionary process have awaited for millennia. The heavens are rejoicing. The infinite gratitude of our Father, Mother God is flowing through humanity's collective I Am presence and our unified heart flame to embrace humanity, the elemental kingdom, and Mother Earth for our selfless service to the light and all life. Victory is ours. Victory is ours. Victory is ours. And so it is, beloved, I am that I am. Take a deep breath. And I'm going to play for you our dear sister Viveka's transmission of the Divine Mother. The Divine Mother sings through creation. It's about 3 minutes.
Feel your infinite heart. And feel how your heart portal, stargate of your heart, opening up. The more you are connected with your true heart, the more you feel this expansion in your heart. And you feel this deep peace, which is expression of your true self. Feel connection with the core of your true essence, and feel how Mother Earth, Divine Mother, Gaia Sophia, connecting with your core, feel how she is breathing through your heart. Feel her infinite compassion, forgiveness, love. Feel how she is rising through your heart, how she expresses yourself through you. Feel these celestial sounds, what she's sending when she's calling you, when she's connecting with you, when she's loving you, feeling you, merging with you, becoming you. These primordial sounds are her language. They are living language of Mother, and all creation is her living language. when she's singing, stars coming into being, and you as star seed, as sound seed of her heart. You feel and recognize these sounds, and they are opening up this remembrance within you, within your heart. Kesurukoronatum mukigam, mikikikam hurtui tatam turanta sakaraya. Viruikimukia tehandui tuitamekshunkatatusuk. Urayarate surana durum, durum 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 mika. Feel how your heart lighting up the sacred fire within your heart, becoming brighter, stronger. When she's sending this solar plasma waves of love, when she expresses herself through your heart, feel your star beingness. Feel how your heart shining as a bright star. Feel how every cell of your body are connected with your heart, which is shining as a star, as diamond sun. Shine bright like a diamond, beloved heart. Blessings.
Take a deep breath. There it is, my friends. Thank you for being here. God bless you. There's Sister Candace. Peace and blessings. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for your love and support. Make a donation to the PayPal. Make my day. Peace, peace, peace.